Today I will be detailing what my plans are going forward in relation to the following: getting a job, qualifying for a private student loan, working out a day-by-day plan for myself. These plans will be separated into their own respective sections based on importance or just general ease of explanation. So to start things off, let's begin with me getting a job and how I plan to do so. Now, in recent times, I have been set up with an astonishing one single interview. I have been promised callbacks from multiple businesses in the past with mixed results, to say the least. But of course, you already know this. What I'm here to present to you is my willingness to continue in the job application process. There are still lots of businesses from Lowe's to Green Tree and everything in between that I haven't applied for. Moving forward, I plan to apply and follow up on at least 7 jobs daily until I run out of businesses or I get hired, whichever comes first. Now, moving on to private student loans. As far as I can tell with the small amount of research I've done within the past 12 to 15 hours, to me it seems that receiving a private student loan without a cosigner is pretty simple, albeit difficult to achieve. First of all, to qualify for a private student loan is pretty simple. The collateral is your independent income, and since you're investing in yourself, it's not that difficult to get a pretty high limit because the banks, lenders, etc. have the mindset that you will be making more than you do now after you're through with college. And throw in the fact that you can't get rid of private student loans via bankruptcy, there ends up being quite a few ways in which they can collect on these loans, so it's a very safe loan for the bank to serve themselves. And when borrowers or the bank are looking to give a private student loan, they're really looking for 3 things. Firstly, there's U.S. citizenship. This is for obvious reasons. They don't want to give you a several thousand or $100,000 loan for you to just leave the country and not pay it back. This is a simple enough requirement to meet, as well, I'm a U.S. citizen, but I digress. But here's where things start to get a little sticky. The second requirement is good credit history. This entails, at the very least, a score of 700 or higher and a history of payments made on time for about a year or so. Now this is an issue as I have no credit history, so there's that. Now this is, like you have said in the past, where my willingness to change my behavior and such comes into play, as I can get around the requirement to have a good credit history by being added as an authorized user on a parent's credit card, therefore making your history my history, and this needs to be earned through hard work and willingness to change my behavior towards those around me, and I understand that. I promise I will try my best to do so in the future. Moving on to the daily schedule. First of all, from here on out, I will start waking up at 5:30 to 6 in the morning to attempt to get back into a proper sleeping schedule. From there, my day will start at 6:15 in the morning with breakfast. I'll give myself a half an hour to eat before I start filling out job applications, making phone calls, and so will be done from 6:45 to 7:45, giving me the proper amount of time needed to contact businesses and jot down my scheduled meetings and interviews with them. Afterwards, it's time to clean from 7:45 to 9. If there isn't much to get done, I will have the entire ground floor cleaned, organized, mopped, swept, etc. 9 o'clock to noon will be my time to get moving, whether that's riding my bike to deliver applications or just getting outside. I plan to do so in some way to be productive until noon. At noon, provided I do not have any interviews or appointments at that time, I will be eating lunch, and then after 1 will be time to follow up on previously filled out job applications and moving my standard schedule for the next few days. I will have to make some changes in accordance to newly scheduled interviews or appointments, and the rest of the day will be spent cleaning, doing yard work, picking up dog poop, etc., and going to scheduled appointments. I will be using a written checklist in conjunction with my reminders on my phone to stick to this plan, and hopefully it is seen as an adequate one at that. This has been my plan presentation. Thank you very much. Love you.